I thought, what can we do? We are one little bus in the middle of nowhere, going out there. The whole country needs buses. And I can tell you 20 years later, I still have that same feeling. We're just one little bus. We can only serve this little spot right here. When I look back at those 20 years and what we did in the beginning and to what we're doing now and the number of patients we've seen and the number of volunteers we have with that one little bus.
We really are committed to restoring dignity and providing healing through love. That's what we do. And how we do that is through medicine.
We're a charitable organization. It's a mobile doctor's office. We provide free medical, free dental, and free pharmaceutical care to the working poor.
We're seeing people for the first time who are in different scenarios than they're used to. So it could be that somebody now has insurance, but they can't afford their copay. Or it could be they have insurance, but their deductible is $5,000. So until they reach that $5,000 mark, they're basically self-pay. These create extraordinary strains on people's finances, personally and probably professionally, but also within their family environment.
I was invited by God to leave my medical career as a pharmacist and live my life for those who are less fortunate. I needed a medical director. I needed a physician. That was the other component, and I couldn't find one.
And I got tricked.
You did.
We started 20 years ago here in Maryland. That day we had more volunteers than we did patients.
It really wasn't hard to build that volunteer base pretty quickly, and then, the patient base has always been there once people find out, because there's always been people falling through the cracks. It wasn't like people were making a decision to come to us and walk away from something they already had. It was like they were making a decision to come to us because we were the only thing left.
It doesn't matter whether you work or you don't work. It doesn't mean you're still struggling, and they don't care about that. They know that you need to be there, you need to be seen, you need to be helped, and that's what they're there for. So whether you work or not, and you can't afford a doctor, go to Mission of Mercy.
I was shot when I was 14 years old. My body has always suffered the effects of the gunshot wounds. Then I had chronic appendicitis for 6 months, but the surgery that I had was a botched surgery where I ended up with many infections and problems. A few days before I was sent down to Mercy Hospital and then sent to Dr. Sullivan for help, just lying on the floor, pretty much in a ball, not able to do things, not able to function, not able to help people or care for people, not able to have the joy of doing things with our children, our grandchildren. Without Mission of Mercy, we would not have been able to afford all the surgeries that we needed. I'm sure I would be right back where I was. I wouldn't have a quality of life. We're just very thankful for all of you, for the time you put in, and we're very thankful for all you doctors who give up your time for people like us who need help.
At Mission of Mercy, we have a unique privilege to work with tremendously talented specialists and doctors and nurses and people who have no medical training but who just love to give their heart and soul to take care of people. Those partnerships enable us to do what we do, and really the Uniting to Heal is all about communities serving communities by bringing our talents and abilities to bear to make another person's life better.
20 years ago, almost, Mrs. OG, I will call her. Dr. Sullivan sent him over. She couldn't breathe. And what she did, she had rheumatic heart disease. I realized this lady needed a new heart valve, and without it, she would not live. It was a problem because she had no insurance. She looked at me, speaking in Spanish, tears in her eyes, saying, "I'm gonna die," because she was told that by her doctors in El Salvador, and they weren't gonna operate on her. She had no money. It was done, she recuperated, she got rehab. We all worked hard for her. She was in my office last week, and she has grandchildren. I went into medicine to care for people and comfort them. It's part of our unconditional love towards people. I'm doing this for 38 years now. And last Friday, I looked at her in her face and I said, yeah, I'm the same guy from 38 years ago. And it was good. It was real good.
We are there to provide love and dignity to the patients, whatever form that may take. And it may take sending them home with some leftover pizza from our lunch. There's nothing written. There's nothing you can put on paper to teach that. It's just who we are.
I think in what Mission to Mercy presented them, they see some of the idealistic motives that maybe everybody that started out, regardless if they were in medicine or some other field. I think that there's idealistic motives that led you to be what you want to be, and then when you finally get there, a lot of those motives get diluted or contaminated, and they saw something pure.
They had everything I wanted in life. I wanted to help people, and I wanted to help people for free, and I wanted to help those people that needed it most and couldn't get it.
It's always a rewarding day. You know, I feel blessed that I was able to become a dentist. So I feel like it's a small way I kind of give thanks to God for allowing me to achieve that. And after they see us, their life's gotten a little bit better. So.
People often ask me, well, why do we even need Mission of Mercy anymore? One of the things that we've gotten very clear about over the last couple of years is that we are a part of the solution. And we all need to work together to solve this problem and win at healthcare.
And we've got some great plans. Yes, continuing to do medical and providing free pharmaceutical. We want to expand that. We'd like to see two medical vehicles on the road. We also have the vision 3-4 years from now of having a fully equipped dental vehicle operating at the same time. We could more than double our patient visits each year. Can you imagine 15,000 patient visits in a year, all free, provided by volunteers? Great vision.
I'm so grateful. You all are wonderful, wonderful doctors, nurses, volunteers, and thank you. Thank you all so very much.
Mission of Mercy is a gift from God.